Hey everyone! So this is my turn to reflect on reflecting, which is fun. Um, so I have taken away so much from this class. I have learned so much. This has been one of the best classes I've taken, and I don't even know where to start. So I'm going to start with a quote. Um, Michael said in the column Reflective Practice for Office Hours, on every level, institutions can and should have a heart. And that really stuck with me. Of all the things that I've read, that just popped right out at me. Because I think it's really important to remember. We also read the article about the importance of kindness at work, and both of those things just really struck a chord with me. I work at a library on an information desk every day. And so you see it all. And you never know what someone has gone through before they come in to talk to you. And I remember my first week I was observing, so I was the third person on desk. We usually have two people staffing the desk. And my coworkers, after we would deal with a situation that was maybe a little more difficult or a little more tense, would always say to me, you know, you have no idea what that person has gone through before they walk in those doors. They could have gotten a phone call that changed everything. They could have been at the doctor and gotten a terrible diagnosis. You don't know. And so it's important, even if someone is treating you badly, to show them that kindness and show them that empathy and just give them a smile and do your best, acknowledge, their frustration if that's what's happening, and just kind of work through it. And you never know how that could change their day. They may not outwardly show it, but a smile or a kind word may brighten their day. You don't know the impact you have on people. So it's always important to just be the best you can be and do your best to give them that humanity, because that's really what they're looking for, a human connection. Speaking of connections, I really think that's been a big part of this class. It's kind of all about connection, isn't it? It's about connecting with each other. It's about connecting with your community. It's about connecting with others like you that are out there somewhere in online. And it's kind of about connecting with the world. We are so focused on technology and devices. It seems like everyone's walking around with an iPod or some tablet device, or they have their laptops and everything. It's all about connections you can make online and in the real world. And as the faces of libraries, we're the ones that people are coming in to connect with, to help them find the information they're looking for. And so I think it's really important to remember that how important connection is. I am next week, actually Wednesday, December 2nd, I think, yes, the 2nd, I am doing a staff training for my system on teen services, and one of the things that we will be talking about is, service to teens, and how it's different than adults and how it's the same as adults, because teens are still looking for a connection. It's just a different type of connection than maybe what an adult is looking for. One of my coworkers was telling me today he had a couple of teen girls who were trying to find information on Project Runway, and he watches it. We talk about it all the time because I watch it too. And he was telling me they were watching the current season, and they were like, yeah, we're really excited. And he was like, oh, who's your favorite? And so, they said, oh, we love Ashley. And he was like, yeah, me too. But I really liked that dress Kelly made last week. And these girls were just shocked that this man working at the information desk watched Project Runway, and they formed that bond, and they talked for a little bit. And I just thought that was such a fun story, and I'm definitely going to share it at my training. I mean, everyone is looking for a way to connect. I was talking about connecting, and I think it can be harder now to connect for us, not necessarily as people, but as librarians, because there is a lot of hesitation in adopting new technologies or new social medias. In the article, Always Doesn't Live Here Anymore, that idea of the phrase, we've always done it this way, came up. And that is so hard to deal with. We have people who are just so stuck in the past, they aren't realizing that we have to move forward. And I think that's been a really important fact to this class is we have to move forward. We really do. We can't be stuck in the past. We can't be stuck in old technologies. And I've really I've really realized through this class that as librarians of the future, we kind of have to be fearless. Maybe we have to be trendsetters. We just need to find ways to become more visible online, because many of the patrons who fall within our communities and within our service districts, they don't come into the building, you know. They read ebooks and listen to audiobooks and stream online materials, and they don't come in, and we're not reaching them if we can't meet them online. And I think it's important to think about that and come up with ideas on how to do that, because we want to be able to reach everyone, not just the people who walk through our front doors. I have loved this class so much, and I could sit here and talk for hours about everything that I've learned and everything that I really am taking away from this class, but I also want to kind of switch gears a little bit and talk about a couple of the articles about pitching yourself. I think that those are really interesting, because there was, I think, what's your pitch and how to promote yourself. Those are really interesting for me to think about, because earlier this semester I'm also taking the marketing class 283, which is so much fun. I've really enjoyed it too, so if you get a chance, you should look into it. But there was a unit on elevator pitches, and that was actually the week that I was one of the discussion leaders, so I spent a lot of time researching how to pitch myself. And, you know, one of the main things it talks about is finding a way to do it in 30 to 60 seconds, and just like, really, it has to be a condensed, you don't need to go into your whole history, just like have a selling point. And it took me a long time to figure out how to do that, because I have been doing so much. It's like, well, what do I really want to talk about? And then we talked about both personal elevator pitches and organizational, when you're representing yourself versus when you're representing your library or your organization. And I actually recorded 2 elevator pitches, one personal and one organizational, on we did a personal portfolio, and like my resume and the cover letter and things are in there as well. So I am going to post a link to those, because I previously recorded them and they have a slide with them. So I'm going to put that down below in this blog post. And so if you want to check those out, you certainly can. It was an interesting learning experience, and I am glad I did it. They're not the best. I have learned a lot more about them since I did them, because those were the first ones I'd ever written for myself. But it was fun, and I would love to share that with you. So those will be down below. Well, I should probably start wrapping this up. I know I've been talking forever, it seems like. I just love this class so much. I have so much to say. But the last thing I want to say that was a big takeaway for me is that, you know, thinking outside the box is important, and it doesn't matter how you do it. Just try something new. You know, is it Nike that says just do it or whatever? You know, try something new. Don't be afraid. And if you fail, and you learn something from it. A couple years ago, we had a speaker at All Staff Day, and that was her big thing, was like, failure is okay. Like, you're going to learn from it, and you'll do better next time, and keep going. And so, you know, I think for me, that has been this vlogging experiment has been sort of my outside my comfort zone, and I'm so glad that Michael suggested doing it. You know, I've learned a lot, and it's been interesting, and I think, you know, going outside my comfort zone has really helped me, and it's given me ideas on things I can do in the future. And I'm actually looking at the possibility of recording book talks. We have a YouTube channel through my library, and I've noticed some of the librarians at other branches have been doing that, and so I'd really like to try to get my branch to do that too, because I think it'd be really cool. And now I know how to do it better than before, so this has been great. And it provides that connection, like I was talking about earlier, you know, putting a face to the person who's recommending a book to you, it can't hurt. So it's definitely worth trying. One last thing, I realized I just want to say thank you to all of you. This semester has been fantastic, this class. I've learned so much from all of you. You know, wow, so much. I've been enjoying all of your blog posts and your projects. It's been fantastic, and I've really enjoyed it. I will miss this class. This has been one of the best classes I've taken. So, you know, don't be strangers. Honestly, if you're ever in Washington, like, look me up. I'm here. I'll be here at least another year or so during this program. I don't know what happens after that once I get my degree, but I'll be here. So if you're ever going to be up in this area and you're interested in getting in touch, feel free to send me a message on here before the semester ends, and I can share my email address or whatever, because I'd love to stay in touch with any of you. You know, you've been so inspiring this semester. I've really learned a lot, and I thank you for that. So seriously though, I'd love to keep in touch with you. So I'm here. Feel free to get in touch. We can make that connection like I've been talking about. So thank you all for the wonderful semester. I look forward to all of the virtual symposium posts that are coming and that have come. And I will get mine up soon. So it's been great talking to all of you. I will miss this. It's been fun. Thanks for listening, guys. Bye.